I was able to compile a top 10 list of my favorite vampire reads, and let's go ahead and jump down that list. Coming in at number 10, 30 Days of Night. Although not an original story, because it's an adaptation of a film, which is an adaptation of a comic, I still love the blood, the gore, the violence, the tension, the heavy atmosphere of it. I thought it was a great read. Tim Levin does a great job adapting the film. It's still very close to my heart in terms of film adaptations, adding enough nuance to flesh it out, give it a bit more meat on the bone. Still a really, really fun read. Coming in at number 9 is Fright Night. Did not like the movie because of so many problems that I had with it, although Chris Sarandon definitely deserves a thumbs up. Now, Fright Night was written by John Skip and Craig Spector, who adapted the film. I think they did a great job of getting into the characters' heads, keeping the tension from the film while fleshing out some of the characters, just making it an overall enjoyable read, fleshing out the more vampiric aspects, introducing a bit more of the folklore as well. Great read. Coming in at number 8 is Carmilla. Now, Carmilla probably should be a bit higher, but I will say bit of the time period kind of takes it down a bit, because I kept thinking that the girl was a dingbat because of all of this stuff that's kind of going on around her. She's not really picking up on it. Still, very fun read. I did like Carmilla as an antagonist. I liked the fact that she was very manipulative. She was very smart. She was very cunning. And just the way that she approached her victims, the way she played everybody in the story, it was just a really good, fun read. She's definitely one of my favorite vampire antagonists in literature. Coming in number 7, Vampiric. A bit more modern day, where we see these undead, bestial vampires attacking the small town, but we're following 4 strangers in a hotel. I like the very tension-filled atmosphere. It's very claustrophobic. I like the fact that we do get to see what's going on around the towns. These vampires aren't just bestial. They're not romantic. These things are out for one thing: blood. I love the fact that it's just this interesting supernatural plague that's kind of slowly branching itself out. It reminds me a bit of Salem's Lot, but it's definitely carved out its own identity. Coming in at number 9, coming in at number 6 is Interview with the Vampire. Anne Rice definitely does a great job of introducing the character of Louis, as well the character of Lestat. It's a fun read. Lestat, I like Louis' depth and humanity, and I like Lestat's he's just wilding out, but he's just still a fun contrast to Louis, but still an interesting character. And the journey that these two characters have throughout the years, both in the human world as well as the vampire world, is established in a very fun and evoking story. I definitely look to reading more of Anne Rice's works. Coming in at number 5, Queen of the Damned. Number 3 in the Anne Rice Vampire Chronicle series. The reason why I skipped 2 for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's availability, but it would not surprise me if that book is over there. But I started reading Queen of the Damned. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I do like Akasha. I thought she was actually a really interesting character. I do like Lestat. He's definitely just grown on me as a character. He's very thoughtful. He has a really interesting inward voice on himself, as well as towards the outside world. I like the different characters. Armand, Marius, Louis in it. I can't remember that girl, Jess. And what's the one lady that's one of the oldest vampires? I can't remember her name, but she was actually a really interesting character as well. Still, this is just a fun read, a great evolution of what we see in Interview with a Vampire. Coming in at number 4, A Coven of Vampires. Brian Lumley does a great job because I've already stated before, I love when somebody could take one premise, one supernatural entity, alien entity or something like that, and create a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different circumstances, a bunch of different time periods, and a bunch of different genres from that. He does a fantastic job showcasing just great creative talent, and we get to see just all of these different interpretations of vampires whilst being true to what vampires actually are, the very theme of them. It's still a really interesting read, one of the best anthologies out there that I found, and I have been looking. No, not really, but from what I've come across, it's definitely one of the best vampire anthologies. Guys, you should definitely check those out. Coming in at number 3, Salem's Lot. Stephen King is just fantastic when it comes to characters, and his vampire threat that he's got going on in Jerusalem's Lot makes for a very good backdrop to those interesting characters. I really like the characters. I thought the relationships were really good. Then when things start to go to hell, and how those relationships start to wobble and everything, and just the vampire threat itself was actually pretty cool. Now, I remember seeing the film first, so the interpretation of Barlow in the film is very different from what we see in the book, and I like what I've seen in the book. So Salem's Lot still remains one of King's definite best. Coming in at number 2, The Strain. Now, I'm not going to say all 3 books, but I will say the first one. I like the idea of kind of like the vampires being kind of like this plague, and I like that this book goes on the scientific side of things, making it more scientific, so when the CDC and all of these scientific characters have to deal with it, we see it from that side. But having said that, the characters are pretty interesting, but the vampires are even more so. These are more mutant. I almost said mutated. I said mutinated. I almost said something. But anyway, these creatures are mutated, and you can definitely see the inspiration behind these vampires from the Blade 2 film, because Guillermo del Toro directed Blade 2. But still, this is a great, fantastic read. I love the growing apocalyptic scale of this virus, and these people turning into vampires, and these vampires sitting here converting more people. It's definitely a good race against time, and there's definitely tension growing. And coming in at number 1, Bram Stoker's Dracula. I love Dracula. I think he's a really cool and iconic character in pop culture, and this book definitely does him justice. He's smart, he's cunning, he's ruthless, he's manipulative, he's an asshole, and I just love the depiction of his character. Also, just the other characters as well, Mina, Jonathan, their surrounding support group, Helsing. We get to see all of these great characters, and the writing itself, it's so personal, because it is written through letters, so we do get the insight of these characters who've witnessed these things and are technically recounting them while experiencing them. It's a great read, fun read, and if you want to get to see what Dracula can do, definitely check this book out. So that's the end of the video. I have like a bunch of topics, be interesting deep dives and stuff, which one day hopefully I could probably get to, but since shot in this format, we're gonna do it this way. Guys, in the comment section below, let me know, are you a fan of vampire books? What are some of your favorite ones? What are some good recommendations? And remember, guys, we upload every Thursday and Sunday. Prepare for more videos. Be sure to hit that like, share, subscribe, and that notification button to get the best of what we got going on. And we'll definitely catch you guys later. And yes, I definitely need to work on my outros. Peace.